Last 3 kilometers coming up for the main peloton, so within the final few minutes of this stage. Arriving into Calcan now. And Bardiani take command at the front. How's Zanoncello feeling today? Q36.5, managed to put a few riders there or thereabouts. There's Rory Townsend. Form good today from the Irish champion, former Irish champion. Well, we're going to find out. Big investment into the final 2.5 kilometers or so. And the road goes up before it goes down into that scenario. Plunging downhill. Great job being done by Abreja to make this as demanding as possible and ensure that we're going to have a large group together. Third rider in line here is it Townsend? Well, actually, I think it could, yeah, it looks like it is, but we'll wait for full confirmation of that. Okay, on the outside, a little bit of a change for the DSM squad. They've got options here. Tobias Andresen just second in line, has Welton to assist. Can they extract something from the day that seems so promising with Fabio Jakobsen in the leader's jersey, and now fighting a rearguard action some 5 minutes and the rest in arrears. It is, though, the Team Polti Cometa squad that are going to lead it out on the run to the final finish line. It's a ramp up from here. It's all up here to the finish line from this point, and it's going to be a really, really tough and demanding conclusion to the day. Can Polti Cometa manage to set the tempo that will organise things as Ryan Mullen goes to the front for the Bora Hansgrohe squad? Sam Welsford in the pocket, sitting third in line, picking up, and that's absolutely the ideal place to be. It's about 5% in the conclusion here. It's all about who has the strength for the fight. The Astana squad starting to crowd around the outside. How's Kanter feeling? Nobody wants to commit, and yet it's very intense here. Alpecin de Koning as well, looking good. Inside 400 meters to go as they charge and wait to fire. It's thinning out is the group, but it's the Alpecin de Koning squad that have the front. And looking as if it's a prime opportunity for them. Ulik, that is going to launch for them in the run to the line. Well, it's a huge investment here from Caja Rural. Are they going to be able to do it for Babor, or is it going to be a late run from Welsford? And what about Max Kanter in his belief that he will finally get that pro success? Going for glory, and there's no doubt about it, it's Astana that are going to get it. It's Max Kanter that gets the victory for the Astana squad. Max Kanter, the German, takes his first victory of his career, and you know that is going to be absolutely huge for him. Let's get a look at this again. It was a tense finale, wasn't it? This uphill run is really difficult, and more difficult than I think perhaps the camera demonstrates. It's well north of 5% in the final 400 meters. Alpecin de Koning squad, I think it was Ulig actually that was in good shape for them, getting the lead out, but not quite the strength to hang on in there. And finally, when they lit the blue touch paper within the final 250 meters, it was about who had the strength. And Max Kanter, perfectly placed, absolutely ideal scenario for him to deliver his first success as a professional. The German rider, bike lengths clear. That's what it means to him. Well, joy unbound from the Astana squad. Past the Alpecin de Koning team. Looked to be in prime position. It was a good launch, wasn't it, from the Caja Rural team, Gonzalez it was, and Max Kanter absolutely perfectly delivered here. What a beautiful piece of lead-out work by Davide Ballerini. And as Rodriguez wilted slightly, and it was actually Danny Van Poppel that went sprinting for the Bora Hansgrohe squad. Welsford distanced a little bit. Well, they were all distanced. There was Max Kanter flying to the line, 26-year-old German. Well, you look at his Palmares, he's got a string of thirds, second place finishes, fourths, and indeed several of those coming this year. Fourth place in Giro d'Abruzzo a couple of weeks ago, as I mentioned earlier. 6th, 9th, 5th, 7th in the Santos Tour Down Under.